Morning, it's Phil Thatch, and I'm here at Enterprise South Nature Park. And today, me and my little ducks that follow behind me, Casey and Ian, are going to hike the Atlas Bicycle Trail, which is the advanced trail here. It's rated anywhere between 5.4 and 6.5 miles, so we'll see how long we think it is. And I'm carrying the Z6 with me and a couple of lenses to see if there's any landscape photography opportunities up through here, and we're going to get going now. So this trail is a loop, and on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday you go clockwise. Today's Thursday, so looks like we'll be going counterclockwise on Thursday. Casey has started her mileage tracker, and we are on this trail, and it's already awesome. These pine trees and this narrow trail that meanders through this forest is cool already, and we've only gone 30 feet. All right, so it's 9:26 and we're just getting started on the Atlas Loop. We're coming up to a marker that says 1, but I don't know what the 1 is. It's a 1/10 of a mile. Is there going to be a marker every 1/10 of a mile? That would be interesting. This little dead tree is a chipmunk palace. We saw him or her stick his little head out of that hole, and I saw it run in the hole in the bottom. I wish it would poke its head out now. I'd take a picture. Oh, there it goes. Did you see it? We are passing the 3/10 of a mile indicator, and Casey's cell phone distance measurement unit says 1/2 mile, so there's a discrepancy somewhere. So far I haven't tripoded up for any photography, but occasionally I'm seeing something that looks like it might be an okay composition, and I'm just taking a handheld shot with the Z6, and I've got the 24-70 f2.8G. We're coming up to 4/10 of a mile on the trail marker. What's the phone say, Casey? 4/10 of a mile marker coming up, and Casey's phone says we've hiked 7/10 of a mile. We just passed mile marker 5, or trail marker 5, which we thought were 1/10 of a mile. Casey's phone is now saying 9/10 as we passed 5/10. Looks like my ducks are surviving back there, I think. My little ducks. We've passed the 9/10 trail marker. I don't know how far we've actually gone, and I don't know if those trail markers are supposed to be marking 1/10 of a mile, but this place is really beautiful for a hike. I've had a couple of cyclists pass us, and one I had enough warning to get a panning blur shot as the guy went by, so pretty excited about that. And I'm really glad we chose this trail because this is cool. As we make our way to the 11/10 marker up here, it's an uphill stretch with a series of jumps or whoop-de-doos. Really cool. I imagine when you're going the other way on this thing, you could really fly because it's all downhill, and you could hit all those jumps without having to pedal. Pretty cool. Uphill, it's a little tiring. How many miles we traveled, Casey?
1.8.
1.8 as we passed the 1.1 marker. Well, we started at 9:26 and now it's 10:17, and we're passing marker 1.2. So, and it's 5 point something is how long this thing is. So we're going to be out here a while today. This is awesome. This section here has lots of nice jumps, kind of like a 3-foot elevation over that little hump. And then another one here. Almost makes me want to buy a mountain bike to give it a whirl. We're going through another section where it's mostly pine, and the trail gets softer to walk on when you get here because it's covered in pine needles, and it's kind of nice. This trail meanders in and out of pines and hardwoods, and I can see number 16 ahead, so we're 1.6 of what we think is 5.3 miles. Whew. And we're still hanging in there. Passing 1/10 of a mile marker 17. This is kind of a extra green section right here that looks like it's got a couple of whoop-de-doos or whatever you want to call them. Pretty cool. It looks like as you go over it, you might get that plant in your face. Most of the trail is not as overgrown as this. It's mostly just trees and leaves or pine needles on the ground, but this has got a lot of thicker foliage on the side of the trail right here. Sometimes there will be signs on the trail warning you of a bump ahead if you're cycling your way through here. And I guess that sign's talking about this big root across the trail right here. This area continues to have lots of thick foliage on it, and you can look over there to the right on that hill. It's just leaves on the ground, but over here the trail is lined with all sorts of beautiful greenery. Okay, we've come out into an open area where underground pipeline of some sort, probably natural gas if I had to guess, crosses. And on either end of the open area there are signs reminding you which way you're supposed to go. And we're going the Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday direction. And we're passing 2 of 5.4 miles as we go past the 20 marker here and continue. In this part of the trail, we're very near Interstate 75 and the Tennessee I-75 exit 9 Volkswagen Drive exit, so you can hear traffic pretty good over here. As we pass 1/10 of a mile marker 21, we come up to our first wooden bridge on the trail, and then right around the corner from that is this incredible turn. It's so banked it almost looks like a bowl on the side of the mountain or hill. You could really pick up some steam around this thing. Okay, we've deviated off the trail just a little bit, and right down there is the I-75 exit 9 interchange Volkswagen Drive, and then going down along in this direction is Volkswagen Drive, and this huge wooded area over here is where the Atlas bike trail is. And strangely, right up here on this tree it says no trespassing, but the trail is right here, and right here we have 2 worn out 16-year-olds. Almost 17. And we are continuing down the Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday direction of the Atlas bicycle trail. Forest gets thick right here. It's not big trees, but lots and lots and lots of little ones. Really dense right here. As we pass 23. Another pretty area right here as we pass 1/10 of a mile marker 24. We're not sure we understand the significance of the blue markers that are counting up, because we thought they were 1/10 of a mile, but as we look at the map, it looks like we're a pretty good bit more than halfway. But if they're 1/10 of a mile, there should be 52 of them, with the 53rd one being right at the end where they don't have one for 5.3 miles. But we're more than halfway, and we haven't gotten to number 26 yet, which would be, or really 26 and a half would be halfway if they were 1/10 of a mile. So we're not sure exactly what those things are, but whatever they are, this trail is beautiful. Look at this zigzaggery through the pines. Have to bend down to get around this tree. It's just cool. Very, very cool. Ian has the hiccups, and he has found this awesome millipede, which is probably poisoning his hand even now as we speak. It's pretty cool though. This pine section is really long. You know, usually when we get into a section of pines, we just walk for like 20 or 30 yards and it's over, but this one's been going along for quite some time. And it's these pine sections that drew me to this trail in the first place. Really pretty. I think I may have lost my little ducks as we come out of the pine section. I'm not sure if my little duckies are back there or not. You back there, little ducks? Are you back there? Nah. Okay. This little section of trail looks like they've made some sort of, I guess these are concrete. Ah, it's because it goes over a creek right here. So if it's really been raining, that'll be wet right there. And these little concrete things keep you from messing up the trail. And we're back into the pines again. It is 11:37. Whoa, this is a narrow section right here. We started at 9:26, so we've been on the trail for 2 hours and 11 minutes. And wow, what a neat little section this is. You'll be able to see it behind me as I cross this little bridge over a creek. And we're coming up to marker 26, which we do not know what it is 26 of. We're still trying to solve the mystery of the blue markers. Some of them appear to be a long way apart, and some of them are pretty close together, like 29 and 30. It was almost no time in between them. So I don't know, maybe they're not a unit of measurement. Maybe they're some sort of way where if you need to call for help, you can say you're near marker number 30 and they'll know how to go get you. But anyway, we're plugging along. I'm kind of tired. I think I'm less tired than the youngsters. Are y'all tired? Yeah. Casey's tired. But Ian says he's tired. But this is pretty awesome. I mean, I'm carrying a backpack, a bunch of camera gear, blah, blah, blah. It's not so bad. It's an adventure. And I'm enjoying it. As we pass marker 32, it's a pretty long uphill section. Get your blood pumping. Well, it's 12:07. We've been on the trail since 9:36. We just passed trail marker 35, which we don't know what that means. But we stopped and I drank half my water in one sip. And we are moving on. This is a rocky little portion right here. Looks like it would be pretty tricky on a bicycle. Kind of tricky on foot. I about twisted my ankle. All right, we're still plugging along. We passed number 36 of the markers. The trail is supposed to be 5.3 miles long. Casey's phone indicates that we've hiked 5.8 miles. And it looks like we're, if you look at the map of the trail on All Trails, it looks like we're maybe 7/8 of the way done. So I think this trail would be better at 4 miles for our skill level, but we are going to endeavor to persevere and make our way through this thing. It's still beautiful and it's still a joy to be here, but I think all three of us are getting kind of worn out at this point. The trail just split. I think you could go either direction. We chose the direction with the bump, and here's one. And it looks like at least one more, maybe two more. We're kind of at the top. We've been slowly zigzagging our way up this big hill here. We're kind of walking along the crest of it. I guess it's going to be, maybe not. I was going to say, I guess it's going to be a lot of downhill to get back to the parking lot, but it seemed like it was pretty far up a hill too. Trail comes back together right here as we pass marker 38. And now we're back in another pretty thick section. And now we're coming up to marker 39, and someone has placed a rock on top of it, but I don't think it's like the rocks that we saw on the other trail. No, it's not painted, it's just a plain old rock. It looks like we got an intersection of some sort. Almost went the wrong way. The youngsters correctly pointed out that the Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday direction is this way. This is definitely my least favorite part of the trail so far. This looks like something that was here way before the Atlas Bicycle Trail was here. It's wide enough to take a vehicle down, and it's got a mud puddle that we got to get around. That's a sticker bush, so be careful. So hopefully we'll get back into narrow and beautiful bicycle trails soon. We're still walking along the wide part here, and cleverly there's a sign that says trail. And this is probably that same open spot where there's a gas pipeline that we crossed a while back. I'm gonna see what kind of flowers we got going on over here. Yeah, petroleum pipeline. That's definitely probably a natural gas pipe, but look at these beautiful flowers. Those flowers are really beautiful, the purple ones, the yellow ones not as much. And I've got a macro lens with me, but I just put the 24 to 70 at minimum focus distance to make my shot. I think it looks kind of pretty. Casey just let me know the time. It's 12:27, so that's 3 hours and 1 minute since we started at 9:26. And we're coming out at the end of this thing. Casey's mileage reader says, it says 6.3. It's supposed to be 5.3. And the last trail marker that we passed said 39. And we're coming up on the 0 marker here. And there's the Atlas Bike Trail that we just hiked. And it says 5.5 miles advanced, not 5.3. Sorry about that. But according to Casey's phone, we hiked 6.3 miles. And Casey is in Ian's car, and she looks like she might be unconscious at this point. But we made it. We did it. Let me see some celebration from you youngsters. You did it. Casey's too tired to celebrate. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day from the Enterprise South Nature Park Atlas Bike Trail. Bye-bye.